Are you trying to decide whether you should rent or buy? Yes, it is a tough choice, and it is one of the biggest financial decisions that you'll make. And if you are living in or moving to the Piedmont Triad, and that consists of Winston-Salem, High Point, and Greensboro, there are some unique factors about our market that can make both renting and buying great options. And in today's video, I'm going to break it all down, and I'm going to give you the true pros and cons of each so you can decide what is best for you, your lifestyle, and your goals. So you stay tuned. I got you covered. Hello, I'm Lynette Selby, your YouTube real estate agent right here in beautiful North Carolina. And over the years, I have helped several clients who were trying to decide whether they should rent or purchase their next home. And in today's video, I'm going to give you an honest look at both options so you can decide which one will be best for you. So now let's jump into the video. So the first major benefit of renting is flexibility, because renting is ideal if you're not sure how long you're going to stay in one place. So if you're new to the Triad and you want to explore different neighborhoods, then renting may be a good fit for you. So renting will give you that freedom to move when your lease is up without the stress of having to sell a property or worrying about market conditions. So if you sign a, let's just say, 6-month to 12-month lease, after that lease is up, all you got to do is, turn in that notice, let them know you're going to move out. When your lease is up, you're done, you pack up, you move on to the next place. You don't have to worry about, selling a house and, like I was just saying, market conditions, whether it's the ideal time to sell your home. You don't have to worry about all of that when you're renting. So another pro in renting is lower upfront costs compared to buying. So typically you'll need to pay a security deposit, which is usually about 1 month's rent. And sometimes you may see where you have to pay your first month and your last month's rent. So for example, if you are renting a property for about $1,200 a month, your upfront cost may be around $2,400 to $3,600 a month. Now compare that to buying, where you would need to cover your down payment and closing costs and other fees that are associated with buying a home, and that could easily add up to tens of thousands of dollars. So my next pro of renting is less maintenance responsibility. So as a renter, one of the biggest perks is that you don't have to worry about unexpected repair costs. So if that HVAC system breaks or there's some plumbing issues, it's up to that landlord to fix those things. And this can save you both money and headaches. And let's be real, who doesn't love the convenience of calling somebody else to deal with those leaky faucets or something that's not working and you don't have to pay for it? That is definitely a perk. So now let's discuss some of the cons of renting. And the biggest downside of renting is that your monthly payments, they don't build your equity. Essentially, you're paying to live in someone else's property. And while that's great for the short-term flexibility, you're not gaining any long-term financial asset by doing that. So when you own your home, your mortgage payment contributes to your equity, which can grow over time as the property appreciates in value. Another con is limited control. So as a renter, you're kind of at the mercy of your landlord's rules. So if you want to paint a wall or make any changes to the space, you're definitely going to have to get permission from that landlord. And even if you're happy with the property, rent increases can really throw a wrench in your budget, especially if you're in a high demand area. So that is definitely something to think about. My next con is lack of stability. So your housing situation isn't entirely in your control when you're renting. So for example, your landlord could decide to sell the property, or they may not want to renew your lease. And what that means for you is that you have to go out and look for somewhere else to stay with little notice, and that can definitely be a headache. So now that we've talked about the pros and cons of renting, let's go ahead and jump into the pros and cons of buying. So my first pro of buying a home is you're building your equity. So when you own a home, your mortgage payments are like an investment in your future. You are paying those monthly payments every month, and that is building your wealth and not the wealth of your landlord. So my next pro of owning your own home is stability. So buying a home will give you stability. With a fixed rate mortgage, your monthly payments will stay the same, unlike when you rent, which can have rental increases over time. And this stability is especially valuable if you're planning to stay in one place for several years. So now my next pro of owning a home is creative freedom, and this may be my favorite, because one of the best things about home ownership is the freedom to make your house your own. So if you want to paint the walls, you want to renovate the kitchen, or you want to add a deck, it's entirely up to you. You are not bound by that landlord's rules or restrictions. So my next pro of buying your own home is potential tax benefits. So home ownership can also come with some financial perks. You may be able to deduct your mortgage interest or property taxes from your income taxes, which can save you money. But of course, talk to a tax professional to see how all of this will apply to you in your situation. And my last pro is down payment assistance. So if you're worried about down payments or those upfront costs that are associated with buying a home, there are plenty of programs here in North Carolina, but as well as across the country, that can make home ownership more accessible. And I'll be more than happy to help you explore these options. So if you have any questions, all you got to do is leave me a comment below, and I'll help you out. But now let's talk about some of the cons of buying a home, because there are a few cons of owning your own home. And the first one is upfront cost. So buying a home does require a significant upfront investment. So in addition to that down payment that we were talking about, which could be anywhere from 3 to 20% of that home's price, you'll also need to cover closing costs and other fees. But again, don't forget about those down payment assistance programs, because they can really help you, kind of lighten the load and help you with those upfront fees. So my next con is maintenance cost. So unlike renting, as a homeowner, you are fully responsible for the maintenance and repairs. So this could mean replacing the roof, fixing a broken water heater, or just your normal, your regular upkeep. These costs can definitely add up over time, so it's important to budget for them. So my next con of home ownership is less flexibility. So if you like to move around, then buying a home may not be the best option for you, because you can't just kind of pick up and move to the next place. You got to think about selling your home, and that comes with additional costs like hiring a real estate agent. You got to stage your home, and just a lot of other details that you have to do when you are selling your home. So that's definitely something to think about. And my last con is market risk. So while home values generally appreciate, there's always a chance of a short-term market fluctuation. And, if you need to sell that home in a downturn, you can actually lose money on your investment. So at the end of the day, there's really no one-size-fits-all answer. So whether you rent or buy, it really depends on your financial situation, your lifestyle, and your long-term goals. And, if you're still on the fence, I do have a resource for you. Make sure you download my free home buyer roadmap. It's a step-by-step guide to help you navigate the process and make an informed decision. So thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget, I need you to do me a couple favors. I need you to like, need you to subscribe, and you can also leave me a comment. Let me know that the video was helpful for you. And again, don't forget about my checklist. Check the description box so you can get your free copy. But until next week, I will see you guys later. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.